Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of It Came from Webtoon, the weekly show here on the Indie Vault Network that looks at webtoons and tapas and, the fun little comics that we read with our smartphones and do the infinite scrolling. Anyway, there's thousands of them out there. It's hard to tell what's good because, you could just get lost with 7 or 8 really crappy Among Us comics and give up on the platform. So that's why we've started this show. We look at some comics and we tell you the ones that we think you should read. Today we're doing Captain Simian and Miss Matilda. Joining me as always is Varian the Kid Grant. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good, hanging in there. Comics and monkeys. I keep finding them.
Yeah, it's a theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they have monkeys and cats this time. So
yeah. Can't go
anyway, yeah, this is a great little kind of gag-a-day strip. Something you might read in a Sunday paper, and thought it would be cool to take a break from the more serious, involved stories and look at something that'll give you a light chuckle and is not super long, so an easy pick up and read. And so that's what we have here with Captain Simian and Miss Matilda. I'm going to roll the intro, and we'll be right back with our lovely faces in this really cool comic. All right, and welcome. We are here for It Came from Webtoon. A talking laboratory monkey, Simian, and a house cat named Matilda roam the vastness of space. They invade regions that neither monkeys nor cats have ever seen. New episode every Monday. So this is a weekly joint. It's a gag-a-day strip, and it's kind of fun. What do you think?
Yeah, it was the gag-a-day concept is one that I always enjoy because I like comic strips. I always have. I did one for a while for the Flint Comics paper, and that was like a gag a month though. And I got a new appreciation for people who have to do that because that is not easy. I'd much rather do a whole book than try to think of a gag because really you have to figure that out. It's pacing, it's all types of stuff. And even is it funny? Like in this is pretty good. Walking that balance and walking that line, being funny yet also on time because Randy used to constantly get at me about my watching the deadline just blow by.
One of my first forays into webcomics was Chad the Fat Kid, and that was a 3-panel kind of not really a daily, but it was a gag-a-day style.
Mm-hmm.
Where each strip was its own little kind of cohesive universe. I did do a daily strip for 1 month in October, and I did like a Halloween themed one where he was getting invited to a party, going to the party, getting humiliated at the party, making friends out of enemies, and resolving his slice of life situation. And doing that once a day, oh my gosh, it about killed me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's not something I could ever really go back to doing.
And there's a documentary called Stripped about comic strip artists, and again, a lot of respect for those guys. Captain here is
yeah. So this comic, even though it's funny, okay. So we start out. We've got the captain of the ship, day 235 without contact to Earth. Only me, the laboratory monkey, and my beloved house cat wandering through space. If Matilda weren't by my side, I'd given up long ago. I'm so glad that you exist, my faithful friend. It's lunchtime soon. Because that's, cats are like food.
Yeah.
So then we go to number 2. A few days later, cat wakes up. Oh boy, just at mealtime. Captain's dead.
Yeah. The funny thing is that's Matilda's main problem. Oh, great. He's dead at mealtime. He couldn't have waited after he fed me to die.
Yeah, exactly. And so in strip 3, they move on. It's like the monkey's like, hey, let me out of this cage. I got thumbs. I can fly the spaceship. And we never find out what they did with the body.
It could be, maybe they ate them.
Yeah, did they eat them? Did they eat
they may have ate them. I mean, I've heard
this is such an adorable comic, but it starts off so dark and unassuming.
Yeah, I've heard stories of people who had like lots of house cats and hoarders, and they live in house and they die, and the cats are like, after a couple of weeks, they're like, hey,
mom's looking kind of good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like the one thing that stuck with me reading this whole strip. Is like, okay, the captain's dead. What happened to him? What did he do with the body? And it's just like, nope, not going to address that. We're just going to go on adventures now.
Yeah, I made the joke earlier. They threw him out the airlock, but supplies. Now, it's not lost on me that you have a cat also roaming throughout space.
Yeah, I do. Spaz and Dreaded Dinosaur Man. He's kind of like the technical sidekick assistant for Dinosaur Man.
Mm-hmm. Cats in space it's a thing in 2021.
That's got to be, it works because he's from a planet that's far, far, far away. No one's ever seen anybody like him before. So he gets to be kind of a mysterious element in the strip. Only, unlike Matilda, Spaz just talks in cat.
Right.
So you're waiting on Dinosaur Man to answer to get the context of whatever Spaz is saying. Matilda here is just straight up speaking English like a regular cat and acting like a regular cat.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely tell when a cat owner writes a comic strip about a cat.
Yeah.
Because there's the mannerisms in there, the snarkiness, the stuff that we endearingly start to love that people who don't like cats, that's the reason they don't like cats.
Yeah, I've had cats, and I'll tell you, there's some weird stuff they do. There's some
like hairballs.
Yeah.
So in this episode, we start out, there's like little things all over the floor, look like tribbles from Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the cat coughing up hairballs.
I never understood the running through the house thing. They go those little madcap, like just I'm gonna run through the house. It's like, what are you chasing? What do you see? And they're just a mile a minute. I guess they're playing, but it's
yeah, the cats have to exercise their natural instincts for hunting. And so if you don't entertain them, they'll start entertaining themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an innate desire for them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why playing with them and, getting a little stick toy in the mouse and all that. And my cat Spaz, not the cartoon, but the real one before he passed away, when he was younger, he would play fetch really well. Like I had this Beanie Baby worm that would make a little shaking noise. And he loved it. Thing. Sling it across the room. He'd trot off and go get it. He'd walk back with it in his mouth and pretty much play catch just like a dog. He'd bring it all the way back to me. Never had a cat that's done that since. Louise, my cat now, she'll get into something for a little bit, but she won't bring it back.
Yeah.
She just won't do it.
Now, with this comic, do you think he's the monkey, the creator? You think they're the monkey?
Yes, I definitely do.
Vacuum robot. Which, if you have any type of pet, vacuum robots are horrible. Your pet will not like them.
Yep. And this one puts the vacuum in the garbage compactor's blocked again.
Mm-hmm. And when we start thinking about, like, again, gag-a-day, start thinking about, especially with cats, the first thing that comes to mind is Garfield. Mm-hmm. And then I thought about Morgan Austin, who has a strip, which, has a cat, Galaxy, which is the name of the cat in that strip, that's very much snarky. Mm-hmm. Cats known to be snarky, man. If this one here, no, but the garbage compactor's blocked again. Just You know what? You know where that went. You know where the
Yep.
robot went.
Yep, absolutely.
Black and white strip too saves time. Saves time on coloring.
Yeah, it sure does. I know we were talking one time. You were thinking about restarting your strip on Webtoon and doing it as black and white. Have you decided to do that, or?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be black and white. I might do something interesting and keep the blood like red if there's blood. Because that's easy. But as far as like the colors, I think I might keep the colors black and white. I just felt like it'll save time.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm almost done putting the new Dinosaur Man strip together, and I spent a good 2 days just doing the coloring. So it definitely saves time. Today was all about lettering it and getting it cut up. I'm almost done with that, and that'll post tomorrow. And there's a link in the description for both this comic, Simian and Matilda, and Red Dinosaur Man, and you can click that down in the description below.
I was noticing with this trip as well. This artist has kept consistent throughout. We see we see like I don't want to call it a maturation, but we see like a change in the art as the artist gets a little bit more confident. So like if you look at like some of my first trips with Tipsy changes. This seems to be that tells me this artist has already figured it out. They've already figured out what they need to do to get the ship out as fast as they can.
Yeah, this is very polished. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has done newspaper comics in the past. The website is markanddraw.de, which I think the DE, that's like Deutschland. So it's like a German web address. So most likely somebody from another country putting this together. It's great though. It's hilarious. Yeah, this is definitely a cat owner again, because your cat will want your attention. You go to give it the attention, and it will bite you. It will attack you. It'll, give you that, hey, stop. No, I don't. And responding, such an amateur. It's like, don't you get it?
yeah. It's
cats are assholes.
Yeah, they are. We've had 3 at one point, all at the same time, and it was it started off great. They were playful little lovely kittens, then they became cats, and when they became cats, that's funny. And when they grew up, that's when I didn't want them anymore. I kept them, but I was like, oh, these cats are horrible.
They've used the coldness of space to make banana ice cream.
Very smart. Very smart. And there's little gags like that. Look, I tell people all the time, if you can get a gag-a-day comic strip that you really like, it actually can brighten your day. It really can. Like you can be having a horrible day, and you got a strip, and it can brighten your day a bit. Just because it's a joke in there. I used to look forward to the paper in the morning when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
because of the comic strips, and you don't get that. I don't think
none of them are funny anymore. That's what I noticed.
Yeah,
none of them are funny anymore. It's got, for something to be in the Sunday paper, it's got to be so generically safe. It's just, or maybe it's just the Gen Xer in me. It's like, no, it's not funny.
Yeah.
So this one's one of my favorites. They find a planet that's all banana trees, and of course the Simian's enjoying bananas, and oh look, the aliens are banana creatures, and he's eating their babies.
They're gonna get him too. Look at them; they're chasing after him. Again, that's perfect. It's also the cool thing is it's actually there's a storyline going here. It's not just a gag-a-day with a laser point.
So the banana aliens are shooting back at him, and the cat's all fascinated by the lasers.
It's There's a storyline here. It's not just like, sometimes you could do a gag and it's almost like every gag like doesn't work with the next one. Like the next issue totally forgets that. This is a storyline going on here, which is really,
Yeah, the artist is setting up and creating this linear timeline for us, little small little bits, and slowly we kind of get an idea of what's going on with these characters, and it builds up over as you read through the strip. So unlike regular comics, when you have a lot of dialogue, a lot of panels, a lot of time to build out a story, in a short gag a day, you got to get 1-2 punchline. And then over time, you drop little bits and pieces in there that kind of sew together a larger narrative. Like when I was doing the Chad the Fat Kid, I tried to do a year's worth of strips for each year he was in high school.
Okay.
And I made it through freshman, sophomore, and half of junior year before I ended up stopping the strip. I just didn't do it anymore. And so that was kind of like it. You would go through the year, and different points during the year would kind of sew together his freshman year. And the freshman year was the most successful one. That's when I was new to it and fresh to it, and got a lot of the good gags in. But it would be things like, oh, he's walking down the hall and sees a pretty girl, and then runs into a wall. That's one gag.
Yeah.
Or,
right in front of her.
There's like him and his buddies are standing there, and they're like, I love vocabulary. And then you see what they're looking at, and it's all the words on the girls' butts on their sweatpants,
Yeah. I remember those. I was like, I'm not looking at your butt. I'm reading the words you have on there. You have Sweet Baby Angel on there. I'm trying to see what it said. I just found out something about comics that for years I didn't know. I did not know Garfield. I did not know Normal was a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I found that out, I'm like, what? I always thought Normal was a girl, but
permanently cute kitten shipped off to Abu Dhabi.
This strip is funny. I suggest anybody give this a try. It's a quick strip. It's very funny. What is it? Number one, 3 to 4 panels per gag?
Yeah, pretty much.
The
newest one is up today, and Miss Matilda orders a bunch of tuna fish from a Galactic Parcel Service.
Yeah. How many viewers does he have?
Let's check it out. The 33 subscribers, 1.4 thousand views. It's got an 8.0 rating. So yeah, this one could definitely use some love if you like this kind of thing. If you're a cat person, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's probably what really attracts me, because generally I hate stuff with monkeys. I don't really care for monkeys, but this had a cat in it, so that's why I kind of gave it a shot. And once I got through a few cartoon strips, it's like, okay, I can jam with this. Plus the lingering desire to know what in the world happened to the captain's body.
Yeah. We're gonna have to write. We're gonna have to. Was it Mark? We have to write Mark here and ask him. Hey, listen, we got to know. We got to know what happened to the captain's body. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to subscribe to this and ask him. Look, I can't keep reading until I know where the captain's body is, or it could still be sitting there. Just
off in the corner somewhere.
Yeah. Next time we see it, it's a skeleton with a name tag on it. Skeleton in the suit. It's I can see that happening though. He's got 22 strips up, so you could read this in one sitting. And get caught up. 1.4K views, not bad. 8 rating. Only on Webtoons, I believe. He's over there. He's not sure if he's anywhere else, but Captain Simian and Miss Matilda, MISS. Yep.
His website is markanddraw.de, and that's at the end of every strip. markanddraw.de, so you can check out more of him there. And check this out. And feel free to leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. If you've got a webtoon out there or a Tapas comic that you'd like for us to cover, send a letter to IndieVolt and send us an email there, or you can look for me on Twitter at Dreaded Dinosaur. And please check out Dreaded Dinosaur Man down there in the comments as well. And there's also a link to Simian and Miss Matilda that you can click on and read that as well. So tomorrow we have IndieVolt Livewire coming up 9 p.m. You got anything to preview us for tomorrow night's craziness?
Tomorrow we're going to be talking to, I know we're going to be making some announcements for Revolt. There's a couple announcements that are coming, which is, I think are pretty cool. I'm gonna be partial though. And then Wednesday, Lola's having a launch party for her book, Lore. She's gonna start at 8:30 on Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She's gonna go live with a launch party for Lore. We're very nervous. She's very nervous, making me nervous now. And we're excited. We're excited to see what she does. And she's got, she's become quite the writer.
Right.
She's become quite the creative person. So it's pretty cool. I see Pops in the chat. Hey, Pops. He's dropping some love from the other Monday show. Hey. Yeah, but yeah, it's just a lot of work getting these things taken care of. But yeah, so tomorrow though on IndieVolt Livewire, and we're gonna be also we got some news we want to talk about, which is gonna be some hot topics that come up. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. You'll be there, I believe. So yeah. It'll be fun.
Great.
Come and check it out. 9:30. I'm sorry, 9 o'clock. I said 9:30. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Also, tomorrow will be one of the last days to be able to give to the Help the 90 Arts charity we're doing. One of the last days to be able to give support behind that. We're going to be wrapping that up tomorrow at midnight as well.
All right. Well, until then, we will see you, of course, here. And we want to thank everybody on IndieVolt Radio listening in. If you could get to a computer and go to YouTube and smash the like button and subscribe, that'll help out the channel. We were trying to get the channel monetized so that we don't have to rely entirely on our new sponsors and bring more content like this to you. And again, of course, next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be once again here with another new strip from Webtoon or Tapas. Haven't decided yet. I found a few more on Tapas, so I definitely want to cover. So maybe we'll alternate week to week. Who knows? But until then, we will see you, and we'll see you tomorrow night, IndieVolt Livewire. Thank you. Take care.